This might be a good one. This is a big one. This is a big fish here.
That cat, dude!
Oh my god! It's a giant! That's a giant!
Oh my
That's
god!
a giant, dude!
Yeah, we made it. You just talking. If they hate it, you know they're watching. Enjoy them.
Look at that, dude. That is what I've been out here searching for all day.
One more look at this one. I'm gonna get him back.
If they hate it, you know they're watching. Enjoy the show. Enjoy the show.
What is up, my dudes? There's a bunch of people staring at me talking to myself right now. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Fishing More Outdoors. I am on a pretty big lake here in central Minnesota, and I'm going to be targeting some bass today. Some largemouth, smallmouth. Usually when I bass here, I even catch a few walleyes if I'm lucky, so that could happen also. So stay tuned, guys. This should be an awesome episode. Alright, guys. I'm going to start off doing a little bit of jerk baiting. My wrist is still killing me, so I'm not sure how long I'll be doing this for. I'm actually about to go in a little bit shallower too. Looks pretty weedy out here. This song better not be copyrighted. There's a big resort right here, and they're jamming. Oh, hooked up. Fucked up. Oh! That was a smallmouth. That was a freaking smallmouth, folks. And it wasn't a bad one. Alright, guys. I'm going to switch it up a little bit. Throw a tube. See if I can't get some tube fish. Maybe I'll turn this tube into a craw. I think I'm gonna do that. Alright, one more dock, then I give up. Give up hitting docks anyways. I'm gonna go deep, I think. I'm gonna go deep. Alright guys, little update. I missed one smallmouth on the jerkbait, literally like frickin' third cast, and it looked like a decent smallmouth, looked a good 3 pounds. But the docks didn't work out. I was skipping a 1/4 ounce jig, and I don't think that's pretty ideal for a spinning rod. So I'm gonna grab the bait caster and grab a jig and pig, and I'm gonna go deep, like 20 feet, and try to fish some deep weed lines. All right, guys, I'm at my first spot. I'm sitting in 25 feet. All I'm gonna do here is just fish this whole little. This is all weeds. All of this is weeds. I know this from fishing this before. This whole freaking thing is weeds, so I'm just gonna stay here in 24, 25 feet and fish all the way down here and hopefully catch some bass. And I am gonna be throwing this jig. This might be a little heavy. I think this is a little heavy, so I am not gonna throw this jig. I'm gonna retie quick. We'll be right back. I just took off this 3/4 ounce jig, and I will be putting on this 1/4 ounce flipping jig. Oh, first fish, first cast. First cast on this deep weed line, and it's a bass. That is freaking awesome. About tugged the rod out of my hand. That little guy hit it so hard. That's cool. First bass of the day. Essentially, guys, all I'm doing here is casting out. If I feel my jig going to the weeds, I'm just ripping it out. And more than half the time, those bass hit it right when you rip it out of the weeds. See, I'm stuck in some weeds here. I'm gonna rip it out. And I just got whacked, I swear to God. I ripped it out of the weeds and I got whacked there. Alright, I'm stuck in some weeds. I'm gonna rip it out quick. Stuck in more weeds, rip it out. And I got one. That's how easy it is. Just getting ripped in the weeds and jerking it out real quick. Oh, he spit it. He spit me. That was a decent little bass though. That was freaking textbook right there. Super textbook. Where are these weeds at? Where are the weeds? Alright, I'm stuck in some weeds. Rip it out. Stuck in weeds. Rip it out. I got one. Again. That is freaking textbook, dude. Like, how good can you get? Like, I haven't been sitting out here doing this. This, like, I've said rip it out of the weeds 3 times and I've gotten hit every time. That is freaking awesome. Unreal. It's that easy, folks. A jig can be such a versatile bait. You can use it in so many different applications, but honestly, this is my favorite. Just ripping it out a deep coontail. Where are you at, weeds? Alright, I'm stuck in some weeds. Oh, I just got whacked. I just got whacked. Who's calling me? Nick Marshall's calling me. What's up, buddy? Where are the weeds at? Alright, stuck in some weeds. Rip it out. Stuck in some weeds, rip it out. Ooh, I don't know if that was a fish or weeds. Kind of felt fishy. Stuck in some weeds, rip. Oh, that was a fish. I wasn't even stuck in reeds. Or weeds. I am on them, folks. I am on them. Sweet, sweet. I think if I let it sink out there a little bit, I could catch a little bit more. It seems like I'm getting hit like 20 feet in front of the boat. I think I'm reeling it a little bit too fast. I'm actually about to get out a little deeper because that fish came from right under the boat. Ooh, I just got smoked. Let's see if he bites me again. Well, I just caught a decent frickin' pike and my camera wasn't on. That's sick. So, I really like pitching jigs into coontail, or not even coontail, just deep weeds. A lot of people like throwing Texas rigs and, you know, Carolina rigs, stuff like that, but I personally, have had a lot of luck. Is that a fish or a weed? I've had a lot of luck throwing jigs for big fish, big bass. It absolutely drives them crazy. It's definitely a big fish bait. I mean, I'm not saying, you know, Texas rig or Carolina rig or stuff like that is not as good. Me personally, I've had the best luck on jigs. For big bass, that is. You can catch up. It's all personal preference. Now, when it comes to weeds, there's all kinds of different weeds. My personal favorite, once again, I'm not saying these weeds are the best, but coontail. I've caught a lot of big bass in coontail. There's a fish. Oh my god. So, I tend to really like coontail. If y'all don't know what coontail is, I suggest you maybe read a little bit about it. Read about where you can find it and maybe read about what lakes have it. I'm pretty sure in Minnesota, pretty much every lake has it. I could be wrong, I'm not a genius, so don't quote me there. You might be asking yourself, when do I hit deep weed lines? My favorite time is right now, middle of the day. It's super hot out. I just tried docks. The docks weren't doing it, so I decided to come out deep, and I'm catching some fish. Stuck in the weeds, rip it out. Most of your bites come once you get stuck in the weeds and you rip it out. Right after you rip it out and it's falling back down into the weeds, that's where I get a majority of my bites. It may sound silly too. Just like a jerk bait, I catch a lot of fish. I work this bait literally all the way till I get to my boat, because I catch a good 30% of my fish right under the boat in the deepest part. And if I start catching them like a lot under the boat, then I'm gonna move back into like 26. I've been fishing 23 feet. So if I was catching a bunch under the boat, I'm going to go back a few feet, just so that, you know, you never know where the bass are going to be. They could be in 17 feet, they could be in 20 feet, they could be in 26 feet. You just never know. All right, let's see if I can't catch another fish. This might be a good one. This is a big one. This is a big fish here. Like, what is going on? Or he's just stuck in the weeds. He might just be getting stuck in the weeds. I think that's what was happening. Oh yeah, it's another pike. Well, on that note, guys, I believe we are all out of town today. Jesus, let me unhook this guy quick. Like I said, guys, I believe we are all out of time for today. I'm actually about to pick Nick up at the landing, and we're gonna go do just a fun fishing video. So if you guys want to watch that, stay tuned for the video from not tomorrow, but the next day. That video will be live. That is if we catch fish, but I'm probably gonna come right back to this spot, so I'm sure we will catch fish. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Drop a like, drop a comment, and go subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys next time. You need to start fishing more.